Hi everybody, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy. This is your weekly reading where we talk all about what to expect out of this week's energy and how you can make the most of it. So I first focus on channeled messages, what you need to know about this energy, and then we build upon the messages by pulling some tarot cards to create a more well-rounded message. So make sure you stay tuned to the end because I find that a lot of people leave before the tarot, and I feel like the tarot is one of the best parts of this reading because I really love the way that I pull the cards and it just further supports the messages that we've already talked about. So first of all, how are you guys doing in this energy? How are people feeling? What's going on for you? Can you feel the buildup? Can you feel it? I want you to just tune in with yourself and just feel the way that things are building. We're moving into a really powerful eclipse season. And we're going to be opening that eclipse portal at the very end of this week. So it's definitely impacting this energy. I feel it already. We're definitely already moving into this energy. I've been feeling this buildup and I definitely feel it now. So let me know if you guys are feeling it. For me, it's very physical. It's very much this awareness too that things are shifting, things are changing, things are happening, that this eclipse portal is going to be really significant. Let me start though first with saying, so today I'm filming this on Tuesday the 19th. Today is the spring equinox and also the beginning of the astrological new year. It's so happy Aries season. We're shifting into this astrological new year. It is all about new beginnings. And can you guys feel the energy of these new beginnings? Maybe you've already even been creating new beginnings for yourself, or you're starting to see new beginnings happening for you. And I want to remind you of this message that has come through again and again. And I think that this is really important here in this energy. As we're navigating this astrological new year, as we're navigating these eclipses, I want you to keep in mind that we need to continue to let it be good, to let it be easy, to not guard ourselves or hold ourselves back from experiencing good things out of fear that that other shoe is going to drop, or out of fear that it's too good to be true, or just out of fear that good things can't happen for us, because certainly that's not true. But I think that we've been through a lot as a collective, and so it's made it really hard. I think it's made it hard to trust, it's made it hard to lean into it, and I'm finding that a lot of people are guarding themselves, protecting themselves. We have that stuff coming up where it's like, okay, but like, again, what if this is too good to be true, or what if I can't trust it? If you're not in that place where you're experiencing that energy just yet, trust that it is coming. Trust that there's so many things that are happening that are in divine timing now. So many things are developing, and that's part of what I feel like in this buildup of energy as we move into these eclipses. So the first of eclipses always occur together within a couple weeks of each other. So many of you are already aware that we have this big solar eclipse coming up on April 8th. And that is actually the second of two eclipses. So the first eclipse we have is going to be happening within this week. So it's going to be happening on Monday, the 25th. And that is the full moon lunar eclipse. This is going to be in Libra, I believe, and this is going to be a powerful cleansing, a powerful clearing. I feel like specifically in regard to relationships, but it also feels like when I tune into this eclipse energy and the time period in between those two eclipses, because this energy that I'm talking about now, like this is so much bigger than just this week. We're going to see this energy impacting us over the next week, over the next 6 weeks. I mean, it's going to be influencing us over the next 6 months even. And so we're going to be seeing this all play out. So this is important for us to make sure that we're connecting with these messages. That way we have a sense of how this is happening. But we're going to see, not only are we exploring relationships and where we feel like we need to be independent and where we feel like we need to allow relationships to deepen in our lives, where we need to make changes within relationships. I'm feeling that, but I'm also feeling a really significant reset within our lives. So that was like the image that I got when I connected with this energy, was like a phone resetting. But you know how sometimes when you reset your phone, when it comes back, some things are different, and then some things have not, some things are gone. Some things are not there anymore. Some things have been cleared out or look so different that we don't use them in the same way. And that's really the energy that I got, is like there's this whole reset, because we're receiving all of these downloads, just like when you download for an upgrade for your phone, right? We're receiving all of these downloads, but when these eclipses reset us, things may not look the same on the other side of that. And I don't say that to scare you, because all of this is happening for our highest and best good. It's our job to let ourselves flow with it, right? Did you ever notice, like, when you get those upgrades to the phone and you're looking at it, you're like, this doesn't look the same, and I don't know if I like this, but eventually we get used to it, and that's very much the energy that I feel. And maybe we even learn how to appreciate it. Hopefully we even learn how to appreciate it, because I'm very much feeling that with this energy, is this appreciation for the changes that have happened for us and the changes that we have felt called to make. So there's this whole reset that's happening. So I want you to take a look at, like, where am I feeling like what needs to be reset in my life, right? Where do I need to, what areas of my life do I need to turn off and turn back on and see if they load any better, if they look any different, or if they feel any better? What needs to be cleared? What needs to be released? What needs new life, right? What's calling for a new life, or to be brought back to life within our lives through this reset that we're experiencing. And the other thing that I connected with when I was connecting with this is like, where do we need to be enjoying our lives more? I really feel very strongly around this energy that we're going to be shown that. We're going to be shown what's important to us and where we need to enjoy it. Yeah, April's saying this energy is so intense already. I agree. It's a lot. I haven't slept for the past few nights. I'm just like, it all feels like such a buildup, and there's such an intensity. And so because it's a lot, I also feel like in this energy, there's a real call for us to look at, where can I simplify my life? That's a really important question for us to be answering or asking ourselves right now. Where can I simplify my life? What can I make easier? Where can it be easier? And where am I making it harder than it needs to be? What would make my day-to-day life simpler? What can I let go of? What can I change? What can I shift that is going to allow for us to simplify our lives? That is very, very key right now and right here. And I think that we're also going to be shown, there's a little bit of us taking a look at, what are my values? What's most important to me? And what needs to go in order to allow me to focus on those things that are most important to me. So I think that that's going to be something we're talking a lot about. Another thing that came through when I was connected with messages is that it's going to be so important for us. This is kind of in alignment with that other stuff that I was talking about, but it's going to be so important for us to be taking a look at, how can I let this life be more purposeful, and how can I be more present? How can I be more present? Not just, I feel like specifically to be more present in a way that is more quality, right? How can I dedicate maybe more quality time to the people that matter the most to me, to the activities that matter the most to me? This is a time where it's going to be really important for us to assess, where am I getting lost? Where am I getting distracted? Where are things happening for me that I don't like, that you know, I don't like investing so much of my time and my energy in this, and where do I want to redirect specifically my time or my focus, my energy, so that it's more in alignment with my values, my purpose, the things that matter the most to me. So I think that that's going to be really, really important here with this. There's this energy here now of us mastering lessons. So it might be helpful for you to take a look at, where do I feel like I'm mastering a lesson? Where do I feel like I am bringing a lesson to a close, or I'm taking it to the next level? I think that there's a lot of opportunities for us to do that. And it, quite frankly, it feels like we have had a master class in these lessons. So in some ways, like, even this doesn't feel like it has to be hard, because we've done so much of the work already. And now it's just like that awareness of, oh, nope, don't let me fall back into that old pattern, or don't let me continue to do that in that way, because I've already learned so many times that that doesn't serve me, that doesn't work for me. Or we've already maybe been setting a lot of boundaries, and we have to set another one, but it's easier to do because we've already been doing it for so long. So it's like these things that we've been doing or learning for so long that are coming more easily to us. And I think that we might recognize that here in this moment, like, oh, this is getting easier for me. The lessons are getting easier. I'm doing better at this. This isn't as hard as it once was for me. So paying attention to all of that, there's this energy of reflecting back. I'm starting to feel that as we go into another Mercury retrograde in April, but I'm already feeling like that energy is very present. So there's some of that, but I also feel like this is very influenced with this eclipse energy and the energy that's happening around that, where we're reflecting back. And specifically, I think that we're going to start to have some clarity on why some things had to happen the way that they happened. Maybe you're already starting to see that, right? Where it's just like, oh, if that didn't happen, that I wouldn't have this, or I wouldn't be here in this place, or this next thing that happened on the other side of that wouldn't have happened for me. And maybe you're not connecting those dots just yet, but I feel like around these eclipses, we really will start to be connecting those dots on a lot of important things, where like, it's like this moment of clarity and this moment of clarity, and it's all happening. It's all starting to make sense. The other thing that came through when I was connecting with the messages is for us to ask ourselves, what is giving you energy and what is draining you of your energy? That's going to give you a really clear picture on what you need to focus on, what's giving you life, and what you need to give life to around these eclipses, and what you need to close the door on, or what you need to make adjustments to in order to be able to navigate all of this. Remember, I said it's so important right now for us to simplify our life. And I think that those questions are really going to be helping us and supporting us in simplifying our life. I also want to acknowledge, and maybe some of us won't remember, some of us will, but these eclipses that we have happening, it's helpful to take a look at what was happening around 9 years ago and what was happening in your life around 19 years ago. What were the themes that you were working on? What were the lessons? What were the things that were happening? Because I think that we're going to find that stuff coming back up. It's like we're working on a new layer of whatever that was, of that lesson, of that energy, of those circumstances. And so there's a new layer, but I want you to remember, you have been given a masterclass in navigating this. We've got this. And so this time around, it gets to be easier, especially if part of what we have been learning is how to flow. If you can let yourself flow with all of this energy, with everything that's happening, with this reset that is happening for our life, when we come out of the reset, I think that we're going to be pleasantly surprised by the way that things have shifted, by the way that the universe has done a lot of this work for us. And that feels really good. Again, we might take a look at that and go, just like we do when our phone has an upgrade, take a look at that and go, I don't know. I don't like the way this looks because it looks different than it did before. but it's going to grow on us, and we're going to recognize how much we have been supported in this energy. Are you guys feeling this stuff? Are you feeling that looking back? Are you reflecting on the past? I think that there's a lot of looking back to heal some things so that we can create space for blessings through these eclipses. So there might be looking back, but I feel like there's also a lot of looking back like, you know what, I did pretty well with that. I navigated that pretty well. I'm proud of myself. I'm doing good things. I've come really far. I've developed in a lot of ways. Are you guys noticing that? Are you feeling that? Are you feeling that call to simplify your life? And where? Let me know in comments how you intend to simplify your life. What's an idea that you have? I've been like simplifying my life by just letting it be easy, letting it be as easy as possible in so many different ways. Like where I try to overcomplicate things, because I can definitely overcomplicate things, I'm catching myself and checking myself and saying, is there a way that this can be easier? Is there a way that I can hand some of this up to God and just trust that that's going to be taken care of? And where am I feeling called to take action with things? Oh, I love that. Prakash says that he's been feeling much better and letting things happen. I love that. Going with the flow. This is a beautiful time for that. Wow, this is a lot going on here, guys. A lot going on. You might, around that eclipse, I was just saying in my session that I had before this, if I were you, I would take that lunar eclipse on Monday and be really clear with what it is that you're ready to release. How do you want to simplify your life? Being clear, making those intentions known, writing those intentions down or saying them out loud. What are you willing to clear? What are you ready to clear? What new beginnings do you want to allow in your life? How do you want things to be easier? How do you want things to be simpler? But that lunar eclipse especially is going to be great for clearing and releasing some things. So this energy feels bigger picture, like I was saying. So yes, it feels like it's developing this week, but I also feel like we're taking a look at the next few months as well, okay? So as I'm looking at these cards, that's the sense that I get. So the first card that we have here is the King of Pentacles. And this is us really building something solid for ourselves. Whether you have a business, whether you are creating a business, whether you are, just like focusing on something that provides you with financial security or just security in your life. Maybe you're creating security within relationships in your life with this relationship focus around this eclipse. There's something here where we're letting some things develop, we're letting some things happen, and we're following through with what it is that we need to do in order to create this stability in our life. So I feel like we're assessing that and we're taking action around that and we're creating that. This is also very much this energy. I mean, now we're in Aries season as of today. And that to me is much more of a yang energy where we are taking more action and we're creating it. But we're not taking action just for the sake of action. We're taking action as we feel called, as we feel intuitively prompted. Those are the things that are going to create a lot of success. And we are creating so much success. The King of Pentacles is incredibly successful at whatever it is that he decides that he wants to put his energy into. But again, can we let it be simple? Can we let it develop and happen? And can we keep learning and building expertise around things and letting the process develop and take us into this place of security and stability? And I'm feeling like also like financial health. So maybe we're taking a look at like, where do I need to get some things together to create a better financial future for myself? Again, anything that we're putting our energy into right now is going to create a lot of success around it. So this is a really beautiful time for us to be taking those actions that we feel called to take those actions. But we don't have to go too hard. Again, simple, 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 because we also have the temperance card, right? This is saying you might want to just like pour yourself into things right now. And while I feel like if we're getting that intuitive prompt that we need to pour ourselves in, I also feel like with this temperance card, there's a call for balance. There's a call to say, can I let the universe, can I let God support me in some of this? Can I set my intentions and trust that those are developing? And can I take those actions as I feel like I need to, right? This is also, to me, I'm feeling very much this energy with this of making sure that we are limiting the distractions in our life. Like, what's throwing us off course? What is preventing us from creating the things that we want to create? And we don't want to force the energy. We don't want to control the energy, but we do want to balance the energy and find a balance with that. And through that process, limiting distractions. What do you want? And what are you willing to do to get you there? And part of hopefully what you're willing to do is to let the universe support you and help you and guide you and let some of that work be done on their end. Eclipses are really powerful for that. I always say like they have this way of just like picking us up and putting us back down exactly where we're supposed to be. So letting the process happen, and meanwhile, staying really focused on the things that we need to be focused on. Balancing the things that we need to balance. Taking care of ourselves. I feel like this energy is so physical. I'm feeling it so much in my physical body. And so it might have you revved up one day and feeling anxious one day, or just like feeling really energized one day, and then really tired and exhausted another day. I feel like our bodies are processing so much energy right now. And I know we've had a lot of solar flare activity as well. So speaking of solar flares, we have the sun. So allowing happiness, allowing joy, again, letting it be light and continuing to come back to our light. Letting the flow just sort of unfold, letting ourselves go with the flow, and consciously choosing to come back to our light, to come back to our focus on what's most important to us, to come back to our presence, to come back to the vision, to come back to the things that we need to create. And if we can do that, we are creating so much long-term success for ourselves. So much happiness and joy and peace and all of the good things. So I'm definitely getting a sense of that, but I also feel like this is acknowledging the solar eclipse coming in, right? Where it's saying, trust what's coming, trust the process of all of this, and trust that this 2-week period in between these eclipses can look a little bit crazy, right? Because a lot of things are shuffling, a lot of things are moving, a lot of things are changing for our highest and best good, but sometimes it doesn't look like that when that's going down. So I feel like this is just like that reminder that the sun always comes out on the other side of the confusion. And this eclipse is coming in to change, these eclipses are coming in to change our lives for the better, and that's going to be really powerful. But we've got this. Strength card. Remember the warrior that you have been created to be, that you have been prepared to be. You have been put through a masterclass with the universe to navigate all of these lessons that you've been learning, that you are learning, that you will be learning. You've got this. We've got this because everything within us that has been being developed over the past several years has given us everything that we need, the internal resources that we need, the connections that we need, the supports that we need, the system that we need to support where we're going. And it's going to look really powerful. It's going to be really beautiful. Remember, we have the Sun card. It's bringing us exactly where we need to be, and we can do this. So don't doubt that as we're navigating this, because it might look a little confusing. Hi, Christopher Stilson. Chris is saying that he likes my background. Isn't it amazing? So yeah, I have a new video backdrop. I love it so much. It's way more me, and I don't know. You guys know clouds are my thing. Angels are my thing, so I love it. The next card, Justice. Things coming into balance, justice being served, right? That's a huge part of this reset that I feel is like things happening the way that they need to. I was talking maybe it was like a month ago about a conversation that I had with God, and God was saying, are you going to trust me to take care of this? Do you trust me? And I feel like there's been a lot of those things, and we haven't necessarily in some ways seen the concrete evidence that it's being taken care of. And I feel like with this Justice card, this is saying like it's being taken care of, it will be taken care of, and you're going to start to see it, or at the very least feel it being taken care of. Feel justice being served, feel things coming back into balance, feel like there's a karmic balancing that's happening where we're being supported for the good energy that we have put out there, for the seeds that we have planted, for the efforts that we have made to be good humans, and seeing that back, right? So there also may be, you reap what you sow, right? So there also may be that rebalancing where, we all do this, right? Where we have put out a negative energy, or we have done something that has created an issue, and this is the rebalancing of that, where it gets to be cleared, it gets to be let go of. So you might find something coming up where it's like, oh, I'm learning this lesson on the other side of this lesson, but it feels like a rebalancing. It feels like an understanding. It feels like it's taking you to that next level where you can handle that situation so much better the next time around, from a place of love, from a place of kindness, from a place of light. And so there's a lot of learning. So trust that even in all of this, there's a lot of learning happening. But I really do feel like there's so many positive things that are happening. And being on the right side of justice, feeling like some things are coming into balance that feel really good and right, and like, yeah, you know what? The universe really does have my back. That's the vibe that I get with this. So something being taken care of with that, and us creating more balance in our lives as well. And then the last card that we have here is the Page of Wands. Let yourself be excited in this energy, right? Can we make it more fun? I feel like I've pulled this Page of Wands so many times lately. What are you excited about? What matters the most to you? Focus your energy there. Let it be simple. I feel like we're worrying about way too many things that really have no value in our lives or aren't going to matter even next week, right? How many things are you worried about right now that probably aren't even going to be in your awareness next week? Instead, what do you want to create? What do you want to focus on? What do you want to build? What are you excited about right now? We also get so focused on like the big picture in terms of like everything needing to be for the long term. And I think that we miss out when we focus too much on that. Like if you're excited about something right now, can it just be something that you're excited about right now? Can we just go with the flow and see where it leads? It doesn't have to mean that this is something that you're committing to for the rest of your life. It doesn't have to be something that you're starting a beginning with that is always going to be there. What if it gets to be just what you're passionate about, what you're excited about, how you're feeling purposeful right now? Because so many people ask me about like life purpose and what is my purpose? And while I do think that we came here with a specific purpose, several specific purposes, I also feel like that's something that changes and transforms as we navigate our lives. It might even look different from day to day, right? God might choose to use you in one way today and in another way tomorrow. And isn't that a purposeful life? And I feel like the key to purpose and to living our most purposeful life is to take a look at like what's lighting me up right now. What do I feel excited about right now? What am I wanting to learn about right now? What's fun for me? How do I, again, what's giving me life? What's giving me energy? Focus on those things and focusing on releasing those things that are draining us, because we are called with this justice card and with this temperance card to bring more balance in. And I think that that's really going to be the key to all of it. So simplifying and taking a look at what's giving me energy and what is draining me of my energy and where do I need to make adjustments. All right, I hope all of that makes sense. Thank you guys so much. If you have watched all the way to the end and you're watching this on my YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on my Facebook, make sure you swing over and subscribe to my YouTube channel to help support it. Hit that like button, hit me with some comments letting me know where you're at, how this resonates with you. I always love to hear from you guys. Share this with a friend if you feel like there's somebody that needs to hear these messages, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Take care. Bye.